Hey guys, this is Leela, and these are my thoughts on Stranger Things Volume 2, so spoilers ahead. First of all, why is it moving so slowly this season? Like, in Volume 1, it was moving slowly, but in a good kind of slow, because there's been a time jump, we have to re establish the characters, the situation, what they've been doing in this time. But the end of Volume 1 really built up to a crazy action packed Volume 2, and it just wasn't. There was so much sitting around and talking, which I love character driven stories, but all the talking just felt like there was no point to it. I didn't really learn anything. I felt like nothing got resolved. For example, with the nothing got resolved, did Jancy break up? Because I could see it both ways. The unproposal being like, we have too many issues, we can't be together, but I can also see it as them being like, oh, I just don't want to marry you, we need to work on this stuff more, but I still want to be with you. I am so confused. Also, I feel like in this volume, they're just expanding the world rather than keeping it into the confines of what they've already built. This is actually something that I remember Brandon Sanderson talking about in one of his BYU lectures about world building and how it's better to keep things smaller and have it be satisfying rather than adding more magic systems, more world building, more everything. And the whole wormhole, another dimension thing, where did this come from? Why is it only being introduced at the very last season? And it just feels like there was almost no point to it. And as well, I watched a bootleg of the first Shadow play, and in it, it made it clear that the Mind Flayer was the big main villain, and that Vecna was being controlled by the Mind Flayer. But aside from a few little hints, there has been nothing about the Mind Flayer this season. And is that going to get resolved? Or are they just going to leave her? I don't even know at this point. And of course, the thing that everyone's talking about, Lila. I still have hope. The way that Mike looked when Will came out was not normal. That is not a normal look that you give someone. But also surrounding Will's coming out, why was everyone there? And I get it with the whole Vecna might have used it as bait against him, but then why didn't we see that? Why didn't see Vecna telling Will that they're going to hate him? Why didn't we see a vision that Vecna showed him of these people hating him because he's gay? It felt like a very telling rather than showing moment, and I'm not sure I loved it. But ultimately, Byler is still endgame, and even if it's not, Maleven sucks. Everything they've said could be interpreted as platonic this season.